I
Sound
appreciate
like
it.
self
All right,
hatred.
who going first? Is you going? You going?
Can I
All right,
go?
Asia going.
Let me
Can I?
before I forget my thought because I will.
All
Just
right, go
sound
ahead.
like self hatred. I don't understand that. I just need to know more about your childhood. Just a little bit. Go ahead, Asian.
Oh,
So sis said it was self hatred, chaotic, and I know Mary want to jump in.
Well, to answer that question, and I'm going to be very brief. I'm super pro black. From my name to the even my business dealings. I've primarily have dealt with black people. I primarily have gone on my way to go to black businesses. And let's be honest, we are all if I'm practicing self-hatred, everyone on the panel is. Nobody can cam up and show me their African made car, their African made phone on their African Wi-Fi. Nobody can cam up and even show me that they're even in Africa. Nobody can cam up and show me that, hey man, I have a African bank card. Nobody can. We're all practicing self-hatred. Nobody on this panel who speaks multiple languages, I'm assuming. Somebody may speak pidgin English if they're from the islands, but ain't nobody speaking Yoruba, Lingala, Hausa, Fulani. No, nobody's speaking these languages because we all are practicing self-hatred then. Because why aren't we learning our African languages and dibbling and dabbling in Africa? All the resources that are there, all the countries that are there, why aren't we living there? We love living around white people. And truth be told, even when Negroes get money, where do they go? They go around white people. Go ahead. You got
Go
the
ahead,
floor.
Mary.
Go ahead.
okay, so of course I'm not gonna say some of the stuff you said about how black women do come off is not true. Because yes, but a lot of times you have to think back to yourself and how you approach a black woman. Black men treat us way different than they treat outsiders. So they don't have to, those white people that are so nice, those white girls that are the sweetest, because you guys come off as that to them. You guys don't give us the opportunity. They come off as aggressive, they come off as disrespectful. Like black men do not treat us the same way that they would treat a white woman that they come across. And that's the truth. That's facts. Because you can approach a white woman and give her the opportunity, but instead of looking at a white woman, a black woman, and be like, oh, she got a resting bitch face, our tones in our face, our high cheekbones, a lot of times the way our eyes sit, that's natural. We're not mad. I have that face, but I'm goofy as hell. Once you talk to me, I'm cheesing from ear to ear. But that's just who I am. But naturally, because of how our face is designed, it looks like we have a resting bitch face. But like I said, we have to deal with black men differently than any other culture has to.
So you're saying that black men trigger your conduct?
Correct.
Hmm. Damn. I don't know. And you're saying that how our bone and face structure is, it makes us look like we're upset?
Yes, a lot of times, yes. Like if I have a straight face, my high cheekbones and the way my face is, you would think that I'm mad. But I'm always laughing. Like that's all it takes. Naturally, my face just looks like that. My face just looks structured. I'm not mad or anything. Once you talk to me, I'm smiling.
Hmm.
So we don't have to do it having an attitude or having this resting bitch face walking around. You can't help it. You naturally, I can't help it. Like look at Tay right now. Look at her face. Her straight face. Looks like she has a resting bitch face on. She's beautiful and she smiles all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how we look naturally.
Wait, Ham, I got a question. Does all of us come from Africa? Straight off the boat?
Do we come from the West Coast if we over here? Yeah.
So we do.
Chaotic Truth Lies says, get some white women on the panel to show them how pleasant whites are. So, what do you think? Do you think? Shout out to Barnabas. Do you think that that has some credence, chaotic? That their conduct is largely based on how we treat them?
Again, I have no idea what the young lady's talking about. I know for a fact from my experience that black men tend to be some of the biggest simps on the planet. I've seen black men in the hood and on college calling black women undeservingly queens and queens and goddesses and all this nonsense. I've seen black men go above and beyond to treat black women super nice And the nicer you treat a lot of black women that I've observed, they treat you even worse. So that may be her experience, and I can't knock it. Hey, that may have happened. But what I do know is this: whether your face naturally makes a resting bitch face or not, we are all human beings, and even with white women who have high levels of depression, because it ain't, they're buying a lot of these meds, they will smile all the time. They everywhere you see them, just smiling. Hey, how you doing? You want some more? They're constantly smiling. And black women just, I don't know, they just can't do it for some reason. I don't know why they can't do it. It's just weird. And like I said, she
That's
could
not
be right.
true.
Well, hold on
That's
for a
not
second.
true.
Wait a minute. Hold on. She could be right and I could be wrong. All I know is this: black men, I've seen it, will simp for black women, will go above and beyond, and will act like damn idiots for black women. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
Just the same way these white women that are smiling at you, they're trying to be a pick me for black men. That's what they do. 8 times out of 10, that white woman that you're coming across is trying to be a pick me because she wants a black man, not because that's how she feels at that moment or anything like that. She's trying to be a pick me.
Can I answer that? This might be risky.
But
She should be a pick me. Matter of fact, all women should really be a pick me, especially if you're over 30. Men are the prize. By God's own ordination, men are the prize. We are the highest level of animal on the planet. We have dominion over all the other little inferior animals, dogs, cats, squirrels, whatever. And even with maintaining the planet, it is men who build the skyscrapers, build the roads, etc. And if you want to get even more deep with it, is the white man has really won out so far in terms of doing all these things at a higher level. So what I'm saying is that in terms of and what I tell, well, when I used to tell my younger students when I was teaching, is that don't run behind these stupid girls. You let these girls come to you. You're the prize. You get better when you age. You look better. These women after 30, that's pretty much it. So they have to pick you. That's the truth. That's the honest to God's truth.
But
Go ahead.
in reference to being a pick me, you're not being yourself. You're not being somebody that's sustainable for this lifelong time. So if you're trying to reel somebody in, you're putting the bait on getting them where you want them to be, and then you're not being that person. So that's what I mean by pick me, as you're not being yourself. No, you should always be yourself.
And it can ask you a question. And when I ask you a question, the thing is that yourself as a woman is doing things like nursing children, cooking and cleaning, etc. Other than that, what do you mean yourself as a woman? What do you mean?
Being who you are, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, not moving on that, standing on that.
Ma'am, let's be honest. Women are only what they are depending on the government and the politics that the men create. If this was Nazi Germany, all of you women would be Nazis. You'll be married to Nazis depending on a Nazi salary. If this was ancient Rome, you will all love Rome. If this was any other government, it doesn't matter what it is. If this was listen, if you guys lived in the USSR, you guys would have a picture of Stalin on your wall. Ma'am, your personality is really dictated by what men have created. It's not, women don't have personalities. Come on.
I never had to be a pick me to be married. Never.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Chaotic, just because I'm not familiar with you. I don't, just for context purposes. Are you?
Hold on for a second, by the way. Shut up, Roz girl.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.